Hey, you've tuned into the G-Free and Happy Show. Tonight, my guest is Kirsten Rogers with ChemoBites.com. Now, a little bit about this girl. She is on SeattleMet.com as the perfect guest for their party, along with Macklemore and Jimmy Fallon. Stay tuned. Hey, you've tuned into the G-Free and Happy Show that happens every Monday night at 7 p.m. Pacific, 10 p.m. Eastern. I'm your host, Kathy, and I have been G-Free and Happy for 4 years and counting. So tonight I have a special guest. It's a giving kind of season right now, of course, in December. And what better way than to highlight a guest, Kirsten Rogers with Chemo Bites. She is giving to her parents and her dad, who has non-Hodgkin's lymphoma. So we're going to be talking to her in a few minutes. I mean, she's got recipes on her website. She has packages to buy for chemo patients of somebody in your loved one, a family member, or a friend. So we're going to be talking about that. She's got a Kickstarter program going on. We're going to talk to her about how she started all this, how her dad's doing, in just a few minutes. But first, episode 52 of the G-Free and Happy Show is brought to you by Ovaleye TV. Ovaleye TV believes in building community through shared experience. We produce professional live webcasts that bring tribes together. Visit Ovaleye TV today. So we're going to bring on Kirsten right now, and she's got a special guest of her own. Hello. Hi, Kirsten. Thanks so much for being a guest of mine tonight.
It is a pleasure. Thank you so much for inviting me on the show, Kathy.
Okay, so
really excited to be here. So I have a guest of my own. This is Mowgli, my dog. He decided he wanted to crash the perfect party.
I don't think I've had this happen to me before, where there's another another little beast in the view there. And look at how cute he is. I think he's not camera shy at all.
No.
Hi, Mowgli.
He's very good at hogging the spotlight. I'm not sure what to do with this one.
Okay.
Thank you.
Your baby.
Again.
All right. So tell us, I have a lot of questions to ask you. We have 30 minutes tonight, and we're going to go through it pretty fast because you've got a lot to tell us. So first off, tell us a little bit about yourself.
Well, wonderful. Thank you. Currently, I'm the founder of Chemo Bites, where I like to say we are fighting cancer with great food, one recipe and one snack at a time. Bigger picture, I'm from Seattle, Washington, born and raised, but currently living in Southern California between Orange County and San Diego, where my father is undergoing treatment for cancer and has been for close to 9 months now. My past, go ahead.
No, go ahead. Your past is?
I was just going to say I come from a background of nonprofit management and international education, but my heart has always been with food and using food to bring people together.
And it shows. It really does, especially on this website. If everybody checks out chemobites.com, we're looking at it right now. Since we've got it right here, hold on, I want to show you. She's got a whole Pinterest page too, and I'm a fan of Pinterest. So here we go. Here is her wrap up of Thanksgiving. I mean, look at cauliflower carrot fritters with garlic aioli. There was a whole Thanksgiving feast too that it was amazing stuff. So everybody check out chemobites.com, check out her Pinterest page and everything else she has. But right now we're going to talk, you have amazing, healthy, and healing foods for your dad and for your family too. So let's talk first before we get into Chemo Bites. Let's talk about your dad. Now,
Okay.
I was so inspired by his blog. By the way, you have a link on your website
Hmm.
to his blog, and it talks about, your parents went sailing. They were, I think I have pictures, but if not, here is a picture of Zoe, which I
Oh.
am so, you have to get it on my screen, producer. Um, we love boats ourselves. We're in Pacific Northwest, and this picture is Zoe, and this is where your parents were, and this is his blog actually. So, why don't you tell us what happened to your dad on the boat with your mom in Mexico?
So my I grew up on a sailboat,
I
so
didn't know that either.
sailing sailing has been in the family for many many years. And my parents' dream was on retirement, sail off into the sunset. Which, let's see, August of 2011, they literally did. They left Seattle and took
How
the
did they do that?
boat.
I want to do that with my.
Well, you know what? My father loves when people leave comments on his blog. So
Okay,
please send him a message.
we'll do that.
They'll have tips for you. They sailed from Seattle down to San Diego, and then from San Diego joined a large group of boats and sailed down to Cabo and eventually up into Baja. And it was in, let's see, April 2012. I went to visit. My husband and I flew down for a quick vacation and sailing on the boat, having a good time. But there was definitely something going on. My dad's energy. He was tired. He was a little bit grumpy. He gets grumpy when he's sick, and a bit stubborn about seeing a doctor in Mexico, but talked to my mom a bit about it and said, get him in. He needs to see someone. He has to, we have to figure out what's going on. I flew back home, and my mom drug him to a doctor at a small clinic in Mexico. And
Yay for your mom.
yay for mom, thumbs up. She has been the rock throughout all of this. She has been so dependable and supportive. And anyhow, she got him into the clinic, and small Mexican clinic, very basic amenities. You'd say third world services, but still, the doctors were on top of it, and they said, go to the States, go home. You need to see a doctor.
Now, did they diagnose him with this down in Mexico, or they waited till the States to tell him all this?
Not until he
Okay,
went
so
to
keep
San
going.
The clinic in Mexico was too small.
Okay.
But upon arriving in San Diego, he was diagnosed within 48 hours. And of course, when that happens, the floor falls out from beneath you, and everything changes, and you question everything you know and everything you understand, because your rock, your role model, in my case, my father, was suddenly very vulnerable. And I felt like I was the one that needed to be doing something to support him and to help him. But that big question mark is, what do you do when someone you love so much, what do you do to care for them? I'm not a doctor or a scientist. I don't have the cure for cancer, but I'm a type A personality, and give me the time
And
and
up in
resources.
Seattle with your husband and jobs. So
Yes.
then what'd you guys do next?
We moved to Southern California.
Why not?
Well, things aligned really interestingly. Shortly before my father's diagnosis, my husband received a job offer in Southern California, and I was reluctant to move, but for his job we did. It was a career opportunity of a lifetime, and that just kind of coincided with my father's diagnosis, and I found myself in Southern California without a job. And
Now, this just happened last May. The diagnosis
last May,
and you doing this, and it's only
yeah,
December. Okay.
it's only A roller coaster. It's been great.
So you're helping your dad, and you're going to the hospital and visiting him and doing everything possible. So let's talk about this business you started just in August, by the way.
Just in August.
When I heard this, it's like, what? So eat well, be well. Chemo Bites hand-picked nutritionist snacks. So
Yes.
this is the box we're showing. By the way, we are showing pictures of you as you're talking, but
Okay,
this is a
that's
box
fine.
that the chemo patients will get. But let's talk about how you started Chemo Bites.
Oh, absolutely. So, my father is receiving wonderful treatment at his hospital, and we're feeling very supported. But a conversation that was missing was about nutrition. And for cancer patients, it's so important to maintain as healthy of a lifestyle as possible through food and exercise. Um, but we were being told things that felt very counterintuitive. Have a milkshake, have two milkshakes. This coming from the fear that for cancer patients, meeting caloric need can be very difficult. So many end up being malnourished and underweight as a result, and then are told, eat whatever you want, have that, have that quarter pounder, have that milkshake. Which of course, to me, it's logic that healthy food, whole foods, real foods keeps you healthy and keeps you strong. And all that other junk is going to weaken you and make you sick. So in the case of someone with cancer, so important to pay attention to the nutrition and the diet, and more than ever stick to a healthy diet and really raise nutritional awareness. So while he was receiving wonderful care, it was really left on our family to think about the other steps he could be taking, which was food and lifestyle
So
choices.
when he's getting care, is he in the hospital full time, or is he going home, or how is that working? Because go ahead.
Oh, we've done it all. We've had
Okay.
long stays in the hospital. We've had daily visits for shots. We've had afternoon visits for infusion.
So you really are in charge of, his family really is in charge of what he eats during
Yes.
this
Yes.
fighting period of time too.
And my mom is a wonderful cook, and she's a big inspiration on, when I get in the kitchen, I often think, what would she make, and
That's
how has
nice.
she made this dish before? Oh, absolutely.
So
And
this is what you're feeding your dad, is you're feeding him whole foods, and you all are eating this way. So Chemo Bites came out of this kind of frustration of them saying, do whatever you want.
a little bit of it, yes, it was. It was the absence of the conversation on good nutrition, and it was research and just scouring the web for options and other people who had the same experience of, well, how do I take care of myself? Chemotherapy doesn't make you better. Chemotherapy kills the cancer, but it also takes a really hard toll on your body. And if your body isn't strong in the first place, it's going to be a really, really rough journey. So the more that you can do to help yourself and take care of yourself, the better your chances are in the long run. So
It's a nice
hence-
way to say that. Yes.
Yeah.
The stronger
And-
you are, and eating the right foods. So okay, Chemo Bites came out of
Yes.
this talk and thinking and researching in August, and all of a sudden you had like a website, you had boxes to sell, you had pack. So tell us, can you show us one of the boxes that you sell?
Oh, yes, I would love to. So here it is packaged up.
And since August, she has this nice, and it's very nicely packaged. Okay, what's inside the package now?
So very carefully selected snacks, and taking into account taste preferences and dietary needs. And for cancer patients, a lot of things will come up. Certain flavors are not enjoyable, or some people can't taste anything. Other people might develop a sore throat or sores in their mouth. So thinking about snacks that would appeal to people and also be healthy, taste good. So these ones, I picked a gluten-free selection for you all tonight. By default, most of my snacks are gluten-free. It just seems when you start looking for healthy options these days, they're gluten-free, sugar-free, natural, non-GMO, organic. This tasty one, it's ginger. It's a ginger fruit leather from a company here in Southern California called
I've never heard of that.
Matt's Munchies.
Very and tasty. It's ginger, what? Ginger spice?
Ginger spice. It's a fruit leather. So,
yummy.
A twist on fruit snacks. Really good. Another favorite, this is also ginger, is from Simple Squares. And this little bar, it only contains nuts, honey, vanilla, sea salt, and spices. So super simple.
Everybody that's watching, if you guys are tweeting, would you tweet your takeaways from tonight? I forgot to mention, this is my first time saying this, but tweet your takeaways from tonight with the hashtag GFreeandHappy, because those, I want to eat all of those so far. Okay, keep going. Okay. What's the next one?
The next one is from I Heart Quinoa. And we all know quinoa is the big super grain that everyone loves, and I use it in many of my recipes. These little guys are chocolate and sea salt flavored.
Yum.
It's hard to say
My
no.
My mouth is watering.
Two more quick ones. Like I mentioned, some people will develop a sore throat and their mouth will be dry during treatment. Little juice squeeze packs. Happy Family Superfoods does a lot for infants and children, but they have a wonderful line called Super that includes things like pomegranate, and they also do a caramel apple treat. So for sweet tooths, that's a really good one too. And then another challenge that people have expressed to me is losing the ability to taste anything. Like, everything is bland. Everything tastes like paper or cardboard. So picking things out that have a nice spice to them. The good bean is garbanzo beans or chickpeas that are spiced with pepper and salt.
Oh my goodness, I make those all the time. But I haven't done it with cracked pepper and haven't bought them, because that would be great for traveling too.
And it's fun, easy thing to make at home as well. A lot of these, the beauty about picking out simple snacks like this that contain only real ingredients, if you spend enough time in the kitchen, you can figure out how to make them.
But what great selections. Now, do you come up with these? Do you ask people to support you with, businesses? Do you go out and talk to them? Because those are really good picks.
It's really a collaborative effort. It initially starts with me at the store buying everything.
Fun, researching.
And my dad, he gets to be the guinea pig. He'll eat a lot of them. The very first round of boxes I sent out, I had a wonderful group of family, friends, acquaintances who were willing to test all the snacks and give feedback. And some things got crossed off the list, and others have stayed. The snacks will change month by month, and with the boxes, you can either, purchase an individual box as a one-time gift, and also look at subscriptions of 3 months or 6 months long as well.
Okay, so it's you can buy these for 6 months, for 3 months, and then just to buy one of those for a gift. I mean, I would have that gift for under the Christmas tree, because that was yummy stuff.
Stocking stuffers.
But let's talk about your donation too, because that's another reason why I have you on too, because I want people to donate to your cause. So tell us about that.
So all of what I'm doing is about giving back. It's about me giving to my father. My family finding a new way to support one another through the process. It's about me giving other people in a similar situation a new way to give back. A big question when someone you love gets sick is what in the world do I do? And you can feel a little bit directionless. So I'm really excited to give people a new way to show love and support.
And you're doing really nice things within like the hospital that your dad's at. You're asking questions. You're trying to get in touch with the people that hopefully you can help.
Yes, and at my father's hospital, I bring in miniature bags of 1 to 2 snacks and a bunch of ginger candy and give those out to patients who are getting outpatient treatment. There's also a wonderful organization based in Seattle called Thrive Through Cancer, and they're supporting young adults diagnosed with cancer. I've been donating boxes to them to pass along to patients in their program.
Well, how can we donate?
Yay!
So we should go on your website right now. And
what you can do, if you go to a couple places to find it.
Okay.
If you go under the store tab or the shop tab.
Okay. Oh, right there.
It says donate. So from here, you can add a box to the cart, and it's just like you're purchasing a box for yourself, but this box is at a discounted price and it doesn't include shipping and handling. And what happens when anyone donates a box online, that then goes into my donation inventory, and next time I make a trip down to the hospital, I have a box full of boxes. I'm a little bit like Santa Claus, that I'm then able to give to patients.
It's a wonderful giving giving thing you're doing, and I'm going to be donating as soon as I get off the show here. But I still want to ask you, by the way, everybody get on chemobites.com. Check it out. Yes. So how is your dad?
With cancer, it doesn't feel right to say he's okay until he's in remission. That's the news we want to celebrate. But because we've been really diligent about his care and really optimistic, he has stayed strong and in good spirits. He's kept up his sense of humor. We're living life. We're taking advantage of every moment together. We haven't put life on hold for cancer.
I love hearing that.
Move forward.
And tell us what you're going to be doing next week.
Just next week, the family will be going to Disneyland.
Your dad too.
Place on earth. Yes, and this was actually my father's idea. He put in the request between the treatment he just had about a week ago and his next treatment in January. He said he wanted the family to go to Disneyland. So we're going to the magical kingdom. I'm very excited. I get to be a kid again.
Yeah, it is the happiest place on earth.
Yeah.
So enjoy that. So tell us your plans for 2014. Do you have any plans for Chemo Bites that we can listen to now?
Well, of course, yes. The next big one and most immediate is the Kickstarter I'm working on. So far, I've just bootstrapped all of this. It's been supportive family and my savings account that's made it possible. But I'm reaching out to others to pledge to a Kickstarter. Our goal is $9,000, and it's going to help with some additional features on the website and developing the product. Very excited to pull together a snack box that's just for kids, with different labeling that's a little more fun and whimsical.
That's a nice thing. That's very nice.
Yeah, and kid-friendly snacks. Fruit snacks and things a little sweeter, maybe cookies, dinosaur crackers.
Yeah, there's a lot of good healthy treats like that now. Okay, so I have to have you back on the show in 2014 with maybe doing some recipes too, because you guys have to check out her recipes on her blog and on Pinterest. I was amazed by them. But tell us where we can all find you. It's also on the bottom here on the lower thirds, but okay, so Pinterest, it's on the lower thirds. I'm just going to say it's Go ahead.
There. So I have a pretty good web presence, and Chemo Bites is a pretty unique name. So if you Google it, I'm right there on that first page. I'm on Facebook, facebook.com/Chemo Bites. Twitter, my handle is @Chemo Bites.
And she's pretty active on social media too.
I love it. You got to be socially savvy these days.
Yes, you do, especially for something you're doing. By the way, we've got Junior on, and he says Chemo Bites is an amazing organization, and it provides helpful recipes and products to have a better lifestyle, maintains a positive outlook with people with cancer. Honored to know the founder. We share experiences.
And I'm going to right away say thank you to Junior, and that he has been very compassionate and empathetic through this entire process, and it means the world to me.
How nice.
Yeah.
That's very nice.
Received. Where else? Oh, online. One of my favorite platforms is actually Instagram, because
I'm not following you on Instagram
it captures those instant moments. But I also have an ongoing contest. I've asked people to post a photo that represents how they keep up their spirits during cancer treatment, and all they need to do is post a picture and use the hashtag #ChemoBites. And once a week, I'll pick a winner from those photos that will get a snack box. So pretty simple contest. If staying happy through cancer means spending time with your family, take a picture of you with your family. If it means cooking a great meal, take a picture of that meal and post it and tell me why it keeps you happy, and just add hashtag Chemo Bites, and you could win a snack box.
That is a perfect ending to this nice show. You are a very inspiring person, and I wish your dad I wish that he will enjoy himself at Disneyland too, and that he is staying. I read on his blog he is staying on his boat too, right?
Yes.
Now that can be a happy place for that man too.
The boat is their home. When they moved on to it back in 2003 or 2004, they sold the house. They've been living on the boat since I think 2004 now. It's home. It's where they belong.
And it's in San Diego. I mean, it was everybody needs to read the blog. He moved it, or you guys moved it.
We did. It's in San Diego now. But another story for another time.
Yes. I maybe get your dad on here too.
I will. He would love that.
Okay.
That would be fun.
Thank you again. And I'll have you on next year. Happy 2014 to you and your family, too.
Very, very happy holidays and Happy New Year to everyone. Thank you again. It was wonderful being here tonight.
Okay. Well, that was a special one. Gluten Libre says, stay on the boat. Definitely. Wow. That was fun. So next week I've got Gluten Libre. I'm sorry. No, don't get scared, Gluten Libre. Gluten Away, Taylor Miller and his holiday gifts, cookbooks and gift baskets. This boy's 16 years old, and he's selling all sorts of stuff online for holiday gift giving. So until next week, have a very, very happy G-Free and happy week.